down, but the other car was flashing at me now and was disturbed that I used the high beam.
As you perhaps noticed in my latest episode, it's dark here in Scandinavia right now. So, light on the car is important, and the Model 3 has good light. I tried the auto high beam function some month ago, but then it was not working very well, so I turned it off. But now, several updates later, I decided to try it again.
Go like this, and to lights maybe, and turn on auto high beam.
Now you can activate the function like you should turn on the high beam by pushing the left lever. The high beam icon becomes now grey, but there is still no high beams. The low beam is still running, but this indicates that the car anyway can switch to the high beam automatically when it thinks it's suitable.
Yeah, it was enabled, but it took quite a long time before it enabled it. Now there is another car, let's see, it went down, yeah, worked fine. Let's see now, how long does it take? 1, 2, 3 seconds.
The function seems still to be very slow going from low to high beam. Those 3 seconds are important because here in Sweden there is deers, wild boars and mooses in the forest, and it's important that you can spot them as early as possible in order to not hit them and have an accident. This is a huge problem. Over 58,000 accidents with wild animals and cars was reported in Sweden up to November of this year, 2019. Some even fatal for the driver. How the autopilot reacts to wildlife is an open question for me, but recently I almost hit a fox on the highway. And the Tesla autopilot did not react. Maybe it will do that for a moose. Luckily, I never had a collision in my life with a wild animal.
Okay, now the high beam went on, but well, it went down. But the other car was flashing at me now and was disturbed that I used the high beam.
The auto high beam function is convenient, but it's important that it's working, and I think Tesla needs still to improve this function. You would like to have the lights as much as possible to see your surroundings, but on the other hand you don't want to be dazzled.
Okay, it went on for high beam for a short while and then it saw this other car and went back to the standard light.
But how does it work when you have someone driving in front of you going the same direction? Here I'm coming up to some cars in front of me. Still, the car is using the high beam. Now it went down to low beam. I think that is, in my opinion, too late. Of course, the auto high beam function has nothing to do with the fact that the Tesla Model 3 is an electric car and do not pollute its surroundings. Other brands has this function too, and I don't know if it works better. If you have this function and you have experience from it, from your car, write a comment below and tell me how it works. Because for me, my Tesla Model 3 is the first car that I experience this kind of automation. Even if I'm not satisfied with this function right now, I know that it will be improved, thanks to the fact that Tesla is updating the software in the car over the air, so it will just be another update and it might be fixed. That's so great with this car.
Well, light is important, and soon we are getting up to this time of the year where the Earth axle will be turning around once again and head in the other direction. So we here in the northern part of the world will get more and more light. We are heading against the spring. Recently I had a poll on my Facebook page where I was asking if you were an owner of a Tesla Model 3 or not. You know how it is, guys. A lot of you guys are watching my YouTube channels. Just a few percent actually go to my Facebook page and join it. And even fewer percent is actually participating in any kind of poll. So there was not so many people answering this question actually. But the result anyway was that it was a little bit more than half, maybe 65 to 70% was actually not owning a Tesla Model 3, and the rest was owner of a Tesla Model 3. And that's good, because my mission is to spread the word about electric cars and telling you guys how it's important is that we switch our personal transport to a cleaner way where electrification is really a part of this. Remember that I'm nowadays on Instagram also, if you would like to join me there. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and remember to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future episodes. Until next time, have a great life.